Welcome back, skaters. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Coach Julia with Thrive Diaries. Today, we're going to be continuing our series of how to do on-ice spins off ice on a spinner. If you don't have a spinner yet, they are a great tool that you can use to practice your spins when you're not at the rink. So you can practice them at home, in the lobby while you're warming up. If you don't have one yet, I have a link below in the description box where you can get the one I like best. It's a two-part spinner with bearings in between from Jerry's, and I just think that it is the best style out there. In fact, I did a whole review on it, and if you'd like to see that review, I'll put a link down below to that as well. Today, we are going to be learning a spin called the Attitude Spin. I think it is a beautiful spin. It is a good sort of medium beginner spin. It's a 1 foot spin and kind of a precursor to the layback. So with the Attitude Spin, you're going to learn some techniques and structures with how you position your body that's really going to help you when you get to a more advanced level and want to start working on that layback spin. So if you are ready, let's get started. Now just remember, I'm right-handed and I like to spin counterclockwise. So if you are left-handed or you like to spin clockwise, just reverse these directions. So for the Attitude Spin, the position is a little tricky to understand. We're going to be spinning on our left leg, that's our forward spin direction. And you want to try to keep your upper body fairly tall. So lifted through your core, lifted in your chest. We're going to be putting our left hand out to the side and our right hand usually just raises over our head. There's some other variations you can do, but usually it's just over your head. Your left leg is just nice and straight while your right leg goes into kind of a wrapped position behind you. There's a number of ways you can go wrong with this wrapped position, so let me go over those. First off, you want to imagine that you are kind of wrapping your leg around a pole behind you. So that means you don't want your knee popping down, okay? Your knee is bent, but it's not pointed down towards the ground, it's pointed more flat. This is a great thing to stretch. You can put your knee up on a countertop or something about a good height for you so you can get it more parallel with the ground. You also do not want to have your knee out to the side of you. I've seen lots of students try this at the beginning. I call it the fire hydrant position. You can imagine why. It's not very pretty. So instead, you want to get that knee behind you. So take it from the side and move it around behind you. Okay, so it's more behind your hip. The more flexible you are, the more you can get that pushed behind your hip. That is something you can work on and eventually get a really, really pretty position. That leg is the same leg you're going to use for your layback spin in the future. So you really want to develop the muscles in your glute there, get some flexibility in your back as you push that hip up, and practice getting that nice wrapped position with your right leg. The trick about an Attitude Spin is you don't get to pull in like a 1 foot spin to increase your speed. That is one way that this is a little more difficult than a 1 foot spin. So your left arm is going to stay pushing back. It's very important that you keep that left arm pushed back, okay? You get power. So you want to feel power through your shoulder blade, okay? You want to feel those muscles engage. So it's got to look nice and pretty. You want to feel the muscle engage. So you can actually push. And as you engage those muscles and kind of pull back, imagine you're trying to pull your shoulder blade back over towards your right. Your left shoulder blade, pull it towards your right. So you're pulling, very artistically, pulling that shoulder blade in. You're going to develop a really strong wing back there. Okay, so that is a very important aspect to getting some power with this spin, that pull. The other thing is you kind of want to feel a pull between your left shoulder and your right hip, as if there was a piece of elastic or a rubber band pulling them together. So your body, you're creating a force between this shoulder and this hip as they pull around. Okay, so let's try this as a complete spin. We really only have two positions with this spin, our entrance pushing position and our spinning position. And since this is a forward spin and we're going on our left leg, we can check out nicely on our right leg when we're done, just like our 1 foot spin. So we're gonna start with that nice, lifted, strong core, left hand strong to the side. Try not to lean forward, okay? If you lean forward, you're gonna throw your spin off. I would rather have your leg a little low and your torso high, rather than you trying really hard to get your leg high and it leaning your body over, okay? So if you have to make a choice between a high leg and a nice tall torso, go with the tall torso. Okay, so we are just gonna start in position number 1, give ourselves a push, lift nice and high, step off, and check. Okay, that is what your attitude spin should look like. It is just a matter of practicing it, getting those muscles developed to give you that really pretty position. And then once you're on the ice, of course, there is centering, but we're not worrying about that quite yet right now. So let me just go over that one more time. We have a nice tall lifted position, good square hips, left shoulder ready to push back. We're gonna give ourselves a push. And when you're done, you just check off. All right, there is your attitude. Give it some practice, give it some time, have fun with it. It is the first of the fancy 1 foot spins and a great precursor to learn so you can do a layback down the road. All right, skaters, I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe you learned some new tips and techniques. If you did, then give us that thumbs up. And of course, I always look forward to reading all your comments in the section down below. If you haven't done so yet, then hit that subscribe button so you can see all my videos when they come out. I'll see you next time.